Welcome to Vital Science Consulting. I am Gerard Stoop and I'll be your coach for today. And as always, a very warm welcome to our Worldwide Business Club members, where the whole idea is to practice business. The more we practice, the better we get. Gary Player, South African golf player, always said, the more I practice, the luckier I get. And this is the whole aim about what we want to do here, is to get practicing. In this series, we are discussing marketing and sales, or more marketing plan to get that marketing plan. So we've done a few groundwork, what we have to look out for, what mindset we have, know your why, know your beliefs. We talked about your USP, and then we talked about where to start and what to have inside your marketing plan. Today I want to give you marketing strategies, and I want to give you 4 strategies. All 4 of them can work together. If you implement this, you will see the difference in the growth of your business and also in the bottom line, in the profits. And that is what it's all about. The first marketing strategy that I want to discuss is how to solve a specific problem. So you have a marketing plan, but there's something is not right. What we need to do is we need to go into the what mode. So there's 4 or 5 questions we're going to ask ourselves. First one is, what is the actual problem? What can we do to rectify the problem? What do we really know about the problem? What do we want? And how quickly can we solve the problem? Those 5 questions is what you do when you have a problem with a marketing issue. It's really important that we have reliable data. So many times, the data that we get I heard this from a friend that works in town, that's got a friend in Washington that said this is the case. And we make decisions on those, think that is the issue. Get your data. When we're going to solve a problem, we also have to see that it's not going to compromise our values. And the third thing that is really important is that our commitment to action. Action is something we do, not something we say. So the what mode, as soon as an issue comes up with our marketing strategy, is to ask, what is a problem? Sometimes what we think the problem is might not be the problem. It might be an underlying problem with a third party, with a staff member. So it's really important to dig deep down what the actual problem is. A second marketing tool that I want to give you, or strategy, is when we have a marketing plan, is to first of all see what worked, and secondly, what did not work. And the third thing is, what are we going to stop doing? And there's 4 things that we need to do. If we have our marketing strategy, we say, what worked? To make it better, what can we change, improve, create, remove? So if we have something that works, we always have to make it better. We always have to innovate. And by doing that, we will have a better product. And how do we do it? Ask those 4 questions. And remember, scissor. How can we change, improve, create, remove? If something didn't work in our strategy, in our marketing plan, we ask exactly the same problem. What can we change, improve, create, remove to make it work? Sometimes we have a really great idea and it didn't work. Now, a fixed mindset will say, well, let's throw the idea out the window. A growth mindset will say, well, let's see how we can make it better. We have spent so much time. Maybe if we fine-tune it a little bit, this can work for us. This tool works in more than one way. I've used it in a lot of things, not only in marketing, but in any issue that I got in finance, in sales. I ask those 4 things. What can I change, improve, create, remove? The question you should ask as well when you do a marketing strategy is ask the following questions. Why should my client buy my product? Why should the client buy from me? why should the client buy at my price? Why should the client buy now? And the last one is, why should a client buy from my company? If you could answer all those questions into your marketing plan, into your web page, you take a lot of objections away from clients to ask, but why should I buy this? Because all those questions are answered. Why should I buy your product? What problem does your product solve? Again, last week we said it's about solving problems. So what problem does your product solve? Why should I buy from you? That is where testimonials comes in. What I should buy from you. Do you have credibility? Not only the credibility, but do you have a relationship with your clients and your customers? Why should I buy at your price? We have to justify and tell people, well, this is why you buy this product at $5 and not at $1. It's really important to add the value to your product. Why I should buy now is that urgency. If you buy my product, this is going to be the result. We get back to the left brain, right brain. We have to set that image that if you use this product, this is going to be the result. Why should you buy from the company? Well, we're a company of results. Our testimonials show it. We have the staff to prove it. We have the relationships to prove it. So really important to ask those questions and answer them in your marketing plan. The last thing I want to talk about marketing, and I call it the 7 P's of marketing, is first of all, is do you have the product or the service? And you have to keep on reinforcing your product in your marketing strategy. The second one is presence, and this is a quite interesting one, is when you introduce yourself, you do market your business and your company. Is how do you introduce yourself? Do you have a 29-second pitch that when you go to a networking, that you market yourself and your business first time and people are not confused in what you're doing? Positioning. You need to position yourself as the authority in your marketing strategy, not as the number 2 or number 3, but the number 1. Your positioning is really important when you do your Facebook, you do your branding, where is your position, your product positioned. Another thing that's really important is about the power. How you market is that you want people, your clients, to come to you. You don't want to chase after your clients, and you only get there once you get to the authority. And it only gets there again with a good marketing strategy and a good marketing plan. Proof. You need testimonials, and you need video testimonials where people tell and talk about your product or your service. You need to have that wow factor. Proof is really important because I think there's a lot of mistrust in business at the moment, and you need to prove that you are the business, the product, the person that people need to do business to. Number 6 is persuasion. If somebody says no to you, you need to know why they say no. And sometimes 2 or 3, 4 months after you didn't get a contract or you didn't get the deal, is maybe contact the person and ask, why didn't I get the deal? So that you can see how you can change, improve, create, remove, how you can make it better. And it might be something small that you didn't think of, and then you add it to your strategy. And the last one is preeminence. Is never oversell your client. Sell him what he needs, and then sell him up later on. But you need to get a client for life. And if you oversell him the first time, he will not come back to you. I told the story before where the dad wanted to go and buy a bike for his boy. And the salesman say, well, you need to buy the $1,500 bicycle. That is the best for your boy. And he thought, well, he's only starting to learn how to drive a bike. So I went to shop number 2, and the guy said, you know what, you need a $500 bike. When he starts to learn, and after you've fallen and scratched it, then you can buy him a more expensive bike. That dad went back and bought a bike for himself and his wife. That salesperson got a client for life because he didn't oversell to the client. I think it's really important when we deal with our clients that we know our client. I always say, who is your avatar? You know, is it male, female? You know, where do they stay? What is their income? We need to know our client when we deal with our marketing plan, so we can be very specific. In social media, for example, what you post on Facebook got a different age group than Instagram. People on LinkedIn are more professional than the people on Facebook. Know your avatar. Know exactly who your client is so you can market specifically to that person. I think this is a lot of information again. I think you might have to listen to the video again. I will have a checklist by the end of the series where you can then tick off to see if you got the 7 Ps. Do you answer all the questions that we've asked? I need you to take action. Action is something we say, something we do, not something we say. How you change is how you succeed. You cannot just listen to these videos and not do anything about it. Take one thing and implement into your strategy. This is where we're going to say goodbye to our YouTube listeners. Our club members, please stay tuned for our bonus segment.